the ganks from Elise and Renekton.
Yeah, now CKTG, what does he pick for Haru? Looking at a tanky one in the Sejuani, just going to be picked up. So face check the Spider Lady, that's a heck of a lot of damage.
Bit of a peculiar draft, really, if you think about it. Afreeca, so this is actually something I wouldn't have expected, but this on screen is definitely an expectation.
Yep, Dominus actually popped immediately as some cute moves come in, but it's all too easy to pick up that first blood. Spirit doesn't even have the turret aggro, so doesn't need to repel as Marin has enough health to hold him off. Afreeca Freecs understandably starting this series strongly, as it is game one. You see Marin even taking that casual
they're thinking
turret
about
shot
more.
like he likes. Yeah, that flash actually comes in. Winter's Wrath doesn't do quite enough here, but it is going to be the follow-up kill as Haru grabs that one back. Teleport is going to be invested, and that's just a flat-out failed dive from the Afreeca Freecs. Unhindered as far as this bottom lane turret is concerned, and Tucson has to get the heck out of the way, but another dive comes in. No wallop to come down as there's the repel, gets out of the way of the Gnar, and now Spirit will have an extra auto attack, but not going to be able to follow far enough onto Cuvée. Threaded volley, there's a creep wave though. There it is, the last one. That's going to be the kill. The second one for the Afreeca Freecs, bearing down on the Samsung squad. Not quite there in time as Haru, CKTG can't quite figure out where they want to go. Spirit's going to be caught up, immediately destroyed, but no, the repel comes down. It is going to be enough with the poison though as Kramer has to flash. That is a huge flash to be down this early on. The tower not even going to fall as Samsung get one pick.
She has to. She has to because she doesn't have the global Atlas. Is down bot lane.
Yeah, Ruler actually going for the dive, but the Weaver's Wall is going to come in. There's the flash. Ruler going to struggle, has to use the flash to get himself out. Gets out of the way of that seismic shove, and now CKTG, he's in trouble. Might need to try and get that CC happening, but look at this. Kuro is going to be able to lock down the kill. Marin just playing catch up, but look at this. Ruler in trouble. The double kill for Kuro, and this is why he was the MVP, equal with BDD. Sometimes these massive plays come out of the mid laner for the Afreeca Freecs. Afreeca Freecs, they're like, has it worked once? Yes, it has. Well, let's figure out how many ways we can do it, as there's the boot back onto Kuro. Couldn't get it across his own wall as Ruler now has to try and dodge these threaded volleys. They're going toe-to-toe, but that is not where you want to be as the little Tristana. Kuro just smashes him.
You have an AD carry as strong as Kramer, and it's another comp that's about Kramer.
Yep, Spirit now as well, calling in Kramer, who's going to come down and get a lot of damage onto CKTG. Not going to be sped up enough, doesn't have flash, and the living artillery is easily enough to get rid of the robot man.
To go over the wall.
Yep. Arctic Assault certainly going to be there. Weaver's Wall is going to make sure that they know exactly his trajectory. As in he goes, looking for the steal, and he gets it! Haru, the hero for Samsung, is going to sacrifice himself, but that'll slow down the Afreeca Freecs so much.
If he's ever turned on to.
Yeah, that was a little bit cute. The pug getting put into the pen as the ultimate does fly wide of Kramer. They pick up the kill onto Tucson very quickly, though I like it. Haru getting obliterated, has to flash to get himself out of the way as Ruler goes toe-to-toe with the Cogmore and wins out. But look at the health bars on the tanks. They have been completely obliterated.
Most value out of the Trist is the one thing they have done this game. Everything else has gone the way of Afreeca.
Well, Weaver's Wall is going to come in. This is the Afreeca Freecs looking for a fight in Spirit. He's actually pretty tanky right now as Kuro makes his way forward. Samsung, they want none of this. Do not want this fight, but Crown turns it around immediately. They get rid of Kramer, and the fight is on. Samsung, are they going to head towards the Baron? Acathian Surprise does a bit of chunk work, but could be an opportunity now. Health bar's relatively low.
Brute force down this Baron. People are going to have to start lining up, and Blitzcrank might get good target selection.
Yeah, Marin is at full health. Phenomenal flash from Kuro. You're right to exclaim about that one, Papa Smithy. Double seismic shove comes in as Crown has to get himself out. Mega Gnar at a good time here for Cuvée, but the main thing is they're forced off the Baron, and there's 3 seconds on Kramer.
Just true late game territory, and Samsung scaling matters. Hulk City.
That's fantastic. Flashes into the ult. There's no way to use anything to get out of the way.
With almost gold parity.
Yep, but they don't have their mid laner. Marin's going to make his way forward. Scrying Orb still available right now.
And Spirit do it.
Oh, well, Kramer's actually looking for it. Rocket Grab does go in as they do throw out the Petrifying Gaze once again, but Kramer is doing so much damage in the front line. Flashing after Haru, picks up the kill. That's a triple almost instantly. And he's got full health. They'll get a Baron as well, and this is why you have to kill the Cogmore.
Yes, Samsung were able to ground the enemy jungler, but they ignored the fact that Kramer would just get all over them and take them down.
Do exactly that with the help of these Baroned up minions. Ruler in trouble. Crown can't do anything with the range disadvantage. Turns on to Ruler for like an auto attack or two and shreds him in half. That's the inhibitor going down to the turret. The Thunderdome's been set up by the Weaver's Wall. as the seismic shove doesn't quite get the joy onto Ruler, who rocket jumps his way out. He's getting some free shots onto Marin, but they're looking to try and turn it with the redemption. Wild Growth coming down to the Crocodile, but maybe he wanted to go forward there as Cube just gets shredded by Kramer, who still wants more. Slowed down by the Frozen Mallet is the Snake Lady.
And screen of the combo just ends up being free food for the Void Puppy.
Kramer, he's even got so much health. Look at this. They're trying to get over the Weave as well, but they just can't do it. Crown has to flash. Can't get forward onto the Cogmore now. He's actually looking for structures, but in goes Marin. Has to be a little bit careful as now Kramer, he's going to take up shop on the front line. Ruler has to be careful. Bioarcane Barrage will be up relatively soon as Kramer gets rid of the last inhibitor. Brought back in, and that's an aggressive opportunity.
They want to end it here.
Yeah, they want to. We've got double super minions knocking on the front door. Inhibitor goes back up in the mid lane, but they've still got a heck of a lot of them removed as they have to get so far away from Kramer. Look at the circle being taken out by Samsung just based on where Cogmore is. Sliver of health on the last remaining turret, and that is going to be Kuro taken down, but most of me thinks that that is almost irrelevant versus this composition of the Afreeca Freecs, because he's not going to be the one that they need. There's the cleanse or the QSS, one of the options here for Kramer on cooldown. He's still got a second. As Samsung putting up a valiant defense. Kramer gets himself out of the way, still has the flash, and Haru's going to go for the last minute engagement. Cube can't find any joy though as he flashes forward.
It's Kramer!
The repel's going to be enough as in goes Kramer. My God, the damage on the Crown. Is the damage going to be there as Ruler turns up? But look at this, they're getting shredded. That's the triple kill. Mon picked up for Spirit as well, and the Nexus destroyed as an afterthought. Afreeca Freecs. Game 1 is definitely their territory.
And people were watching on, wondering why they're still there. It's 4v5. They don't have the Tilia.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the World's Qualifier for LCK. That is one hell of a lot of Cogmore damage. I was looking forward to this, and it certainly delivered. That is half 100k worth of sweet, sweet Cogmore damage. Who had a Targon's Brace for most of the game, Bub Smithy?
You do feel bad for Lulu because she doesn't get to include the Ardent Sensor damage or the Pix damage.
Talia has so much...
and you hear the audible gasp.
Yeah, exactly. Spirit bringing out Lee for the first time that we've seen him in a very long time.
I mean, no one's been playing Lee Sin for at least 6 weeks here in the LCK. Spirit has had a great season on the Gnar from just giving the Maokai a terrible time in the top side.
Yeah.
Actually pretty greedy for Afreeca Freecs to try to clear the control wards down from Afreeca. They don't know. So from Samsung, they don't know where Haru is, but Haru just chooses to escape, and Crown could just get soloed.
Yep, there's the kickback. Q's going to land all too easily, and Spirit grabs first blood once again.
What was Haru doing the entire time? He went far too safety-oriented when they win the 2v2. At least relatively in the postseason. He has unperformed a couple of times. He's just out of position.
Well, there's the flash knock-up. Tucson picks up that kill, but believe the Kuro would have wanted it. They'll take a 2-0 lead, though, in the kills, and they've taken 800 gold lead already here at 9 minutes. But his rocket jump has to come out in the end, and they're not going to win that trade. In comes Spirit, and Cube actually gets out of the way of the ultimate. The kickback comes in, but decent crush, and the Gnar comes in. Oh my God, Cube, the Gnar god of the top lane, takes down Spirit. He's looking for the 1 versus 2 victory.
He hit it.
Yep, throwing it forward. There's the
What
flash.
a monster!
The double kill versus 2 of the Afreeca Freecs. Cube almost saving the game on his own.
Tucson goes the wrong way. Haru's here.
Yep, it is going to be the battle dance to get himself out of the way, though. But my God, that top lane play. Cube's just putting this team on his back.
Summer season, after being really one of their problems in spring, where he couldn't play the carries, his champion pool is in a wonderful spot. Bot lane.
Yep, there is another aggressive move forward, but Spirit lands the Q. Core JJ should follow, throws down at least the flash to try and escape, but the Blade Caller will be there eventually. It's a double for Spirit. The redemption of that previous play, immediate for the Afreeca Freecs.
This deep vision on both sides of the jungle, and then setting up for turrets. They need to recreate what wasn't possible as well. Could be bad for Cube.
Well, we're going to have a Mega Gnar coming in. Spirit, of course, waiting for that wallop to come down as Kuro delivered the kill all too easily. Marin was just hanging out there as well. The teleport just to guarantee the kill on the top yet. All right, Crown in trouble, and this is exactly what you were talking about. Papa does have the heal to come down. Flash comes in as, Kuro not baited. Nicely done. Gets over the wall with the Rift Walk.
Faker and Kuro, maybe the only 2 people that have played it this season. Another chase down coming.
BDD as well has played a little bit of the old Cassidum. It hasn't necessarily been his most successful pick as well. I completely understand. Kuro just waiting in the wings. They've set up this kill onto Cube. He's waiting for the Gnar to inevitably be thrown down as Crown, this actually could be the target that Kuro's going to be looking for, but there is the Gnar.
Nothing Crown can do, he's just watching.
Buddy. And the tower falls in the mid lane here as well. Afreeca Freecs just taking names all over the map right now.
It's basically a nature documentary coming through from Crown, watching the prey get caught by the Predator.
Yep.
Predator here's Afreeca, and speaking of Predators...
Yeah, once again, big kickback before any rocket jump can come in, and Spirit's going to lock that one down. Kuro, he's underneath the turret, he's pretty happy, but he's going to be caught. JJ at least has an Eye of the Storm to deter the Kassadin from giving that little timepiece that he's picked up for himself.
Time to chase down Gnar again, it seems.
Yep. Spirit and Kuro, who's chasing who? As Haru's going to jump on top of Spirit. Kuro just waiting in the wings. He wants to try and get onto Ruler. Should be able to do so, but Spirit actually just gives up the Ghost. Cube going to do the same thing over the other side, so it's even in the end, and there's no dragon to be gained.
Generation concerns as well. There was once our Drake, as far as I know.
I'm not even sure whether that's true. That may have actually... Oh my god, Core JJ at it again. As in goes Tucson. That Battle Dance to Grand Entrance combo just looks so seamless. His Crown could be the next target. Kuro just ripped walking and having a great time. Almost a double knockup, but thankfully for Ruler, he does get out of the way and rocket jumps to safety.
There isn't a super tank to ignore damage from, say, Kassadin and Kramer. That doesn't exist. And then when the engages come, like we're seeing, they're pretty deadly.
Yep, the double teleporters. Kuro actually underneath the turret here as well. Crown will have to move himself out of the way as they just destroy Ruler. They had one target. Oh, that was a fantastic rip over the Howling Gale, but yeah, that blue buff is going to have to charge itself up. I believe he was charging that rip.
Wins where the game and the items are at Atlas. That's why I can't see them coming back into this game, and it might just end here.
Yeah, the kickback. They get the other target that they're looking for. Crown gets eviscerated. Kramer picks up that kill. It's not necessarily the Kramer squad this time, but it's Afreeca Freecs showing us that they can play around Kuro. They can play around Spirit's Lee Sin. Should expect Smart League to come out of everyone, but Afreeca Freecs, like you say, they've played the best and the worst, but we're seeing the best here today, and it's where they need it as well. Quickness has been popped, and Tucson, this is a 5-item support. This Rakan is probably the strongest one that I've ever seen at 30 minutes into the game. That is a dead Haru. Ruler? Oh, that's a cute one. Decides to bust a shot Marin back, but we're going to get some work done on this turret, but he's going to teleport in. They're actually looking for some sort of fight, but the Baron does fall, and he cancels the teleport. Kuro's pretty tanky. Not quite tanky enough, I don't think, because Kuro's got so much damage. Oh, God, just... Oh, avoids the Gnar as well. And there's another Ripwalk. He's got all his cooldowns back up, and that is a very, very dead Gnar. That 1v1.
They're looking to go 2-0.
Yep. Kuro at full mana here as well, which is very, very terrifying. Every point of mana just feels like potential death. As, oh, they interrupt the rocket jump. That spells the death of Ruler as well, and that's the double kill for Kuro. They'll take down the Nexus turrets also easily. Match point once again for the Afreeca Freecs. Whether we're going to get a Samsung reverse sweep is yet to be known, but right now it just looks like they're not offering anything against all of the plans and the skills that Afreeca have been showing.
Be a farm fest. They will last pick Zac, so no time to go for any sort of Zac counter picks. Poppy was the famous one that's
been as successful recently as Spirit. There's the flash body slam, looking for another first blood, but it's going to go to Kuro this time, and that feels even better. Spirit's just making things happen this series.
Desire, we don't know. Spirit's just waiting in the wings.
Yep.
This is why.
There's the headbutt back, and all of the CC is there. Here's the one I prepared earlier for you. Spirit says Tucson, hands him the kill, and picks it up. Yep, Spirit looking for it again, almost has his flashback up, doesn't seem to need it. Oh, dodges out of the way, but that's straight into a headbutt pole. And Tucson, he's just claiming names this game. Is available as Tucson's going to be spotted. Oh my god, that flash body slam was out of control, but delivered underneath the turret ambition. More than happy to go against this, but Kuro's going to turn up. Tucson, Unbreakable Will's going to keep him safe for the moment, but can he survive? Samsung Galaxy, they're getting the roam towards this mid lane. You can see Marin going aggressive. He stops the teleport from coming down, and that is the second kill. And maybe we were talking up the Afreeca Freecs a little bit too early. Because now
He didn't have Corky dropping, and okay,
yeah, there's the flash hit. Teleport's coming in from everyone as there's the pulverize. CKTG gets himself out though in the kidnap. Actually, Tucson going to join his AD carry, and he gets himself to relative safety. Cube over to the side is Crown, picks up the first kill. Now Ambition tanking up damage. Remember, he does have the cell division. He'll be okay. Crown's the one to grind any knockups with it though, as he's looking to try and take away this cow. Gets a massive shield though, and can the Afreeca Freecs actually get here?
Got the turret.
Good knockback. They do manage to take down the turret, and the cell division has been popped on the side of Ambition. Can they get a Foss Bomb on top of it? I'm not sure, as the Grand Entrance comes in and Crown grabs himself a kill after the teleport. Spirit has to get himself out as Marin here very, very late to this party. CKTG turns up and in goes Ambition. Good knockback there with the headbutt from Tucson, but Spirit not going to be pulled in. Good knockups. It's going to be retaliated upon though, as Marin picks up the first kill of this fight. Ambition, remember, doesn't have the passive, but you can see Courage of the Colossus doing so much work. Spirit going to get knocked up with that Grand Entrance. This Rakan looking great from CKTG as Ruler now taking names. Tucson so low. Spirit tries to get himself out, and that's Desire starting to become massive. Kramer, that's an explosion. He is that point of power for this team. No kidnap to come out onto Spirit, who is going to die. Just took a little bit longer than you may have expected. And welcome to Baron, Samsung Galaxy, and welcome to this series, finally.
Yeah, they're finally going to turn onto the Baron. There's 2 DPSs here, but they can teleport in with Cube. Will be 5 members of Samsung. Very hard for Afreeca to stop this.
Okay, well, Ambition, he's down very low, and here's the engagement. So many knockups, all too easy to take down the Tristana, and Kuro, now nothing that he can do. He's set up Marin, just looking for it, but I don't think it's going to happen. A lot of desperation coming out from the Afreeca Freecs, but remember, they still have match point. It has to be that reverse sweep from Samsung, but this is setting them up in the best possible way. Double kill comes out for Ruler, who's just going ballistic. Make that a triple. Can he get the pentakill as they set themselves up to take down this Nexus? I think that they just want to win the game. Samsung, they've turned the momentum around, looking to get that reverse sweep happening. Ambition not hindered in his jungle run and looking like he is the secret stuff for Samsung moving forward.
And the moment that their jungle into Cho'Gath, Syndra, and Kha'Zix sounds very risky.
Smite is there for Ambition, so he's probably not going to die, but here's Spirit. He's going to make his way in all that much earlier, but is Kramer going to die? He does use a heal, another good missile. Oh, that Eye of the Storm timing was out of control, and in comes Spirit with the flash. He's done it again, Papa Smithy. Quite some time, and it is now very low as Cube, can he do it again? Can he actually survive the gank? And it looks like he may not be able to, as some threading of the volley as Marin is eventually able to lock that one down.
One playing around top side, Ambition jungling on the bot side. Gank top. They know that Drake's going to go down, so they're going to look for a turret dive on Marin, which isn't straightforward.
Yeah, Dominus is, of course, there as he gets out of the way of the Rupture at least. Cube can tank for a very long time. Cute little flash, but that is going to be the finish off. Feast is pretty good. It means the Crown actually blows his flash. Dangerous gets out of the seismic shove as... Okay, Ambition's going to turn up. That is so much damage. Cube comes in and Kuro just not there in time.
Where the build doesn't make as much sense. That, of course,
Crown, he's going to get to work in the mid lane, but can Spirit actually lock him down? That's a lot of damage, actually. Ultimate flies through onto Tucson once again, but it's not enough damage. And that's Kramer picking up his first kill of the game with his 2 items. Battle capabilities are certainly up there.
Doesn't really want to be found, otherwise it's just going to be dead again.
Yep, and that is certainly the case. So it does a fair bit of damage, but he's still dead.
Don't know about that one by Marin. The rest of his team was bot side. He's gone for example.
Yeah, that's going to find him. Okay, Seismic Shove's just not there, and Ambition jumps all over the Talia. Good positioning. Could have potentially been punished, but now they'll be able to get an inner turret. This inner turret, Leap has to be used to get him out of the way as in goes CKTG. Oh my goodness, the Monsoon was there, but they just eat Kramer. And that is the dinner that Samsung wanted. They break 2 turrets in the mid lane. And now
there's the first check. It's with the redemption. This might just be a freebie.
Yep. Kuro wants a threaded volley to grab it.
Well.
The fact that Ruler grabbed that of the base broken open. Inhibitor is open in the mid lane. Cube is more than happy to tank up this damage. Just eat Spirit. Delicious. Marin gets his way into the backline, but Redemption's here. He's going to at least keep him relatively safe. Featherstorm comes down, but look at Ruler. He's got a massive amount of items now as Kramer just cannot do anything to him. A second redemption back. Game 5's Papa Smithy. We are getting our money's worth. But I know my last LCK broadcast for the year, but also possibly the last few, because it could be another 5 game if we go to the final. The more damage comes down. Kramer's dead, and that means that there is nothing left for the Afreeca Freecs. Nexus turrets to fall next, and despite the blue side, despite everything about games 1 and 2, Samsung setting themselves up to equal the Afreeca Freecs, bring us to that potential reverse sweep, and get themselves back to the red side.
And Samsung saw the Lulu jungle coming. They played their cards right. They played around it expertly, and we get confirmation that it's not Juve's Gnar, his famous Gnar, for the final game here. One of these teams will be left watching as we have KT
shows himself as Juve. Not a lot of Narbar, but they're still looking to set up this dive. For JJ, they want to actually pick up the kill here. The flash, oh god, Tucson! He just does it! The heroic entrance is going to come in. It should be able to lock down the kill onto Kramer. Who's tanking up the turret? Absolutely no one. Never you mind, as now Crow's going to come down.
Bot lane. It's just Lulu by himself. This is silly.
Yep. It's going to be a really difficult one as Ruler waits for the last auto attack, gets it in the end, and they take down first brick at the same time. Samsung.
But there's really no manual that tells you how you get to the late game, Atlas. That's my query I see with the draft. Is he may has flash up.
Oh, there it is. Stabs him. Okay, easy peasy. Command protect was enough.
Waiting game there for a long.
Samsung, just all of the space in the world. Hop comes in, but doesn't actually hop on the head of Marin, which means that he might be able to get something. Flash comes in. Oh no. This is going to be the turnaround. Hyperproc's going to do it, and Juve celebrating his successes.
Teleport in at any moment. The Jarvan back was completed, so there's no smite threat. Should be free. Wait until it's secured.
Crew's doing what he can, but it is going to be the Baron falling. Ambition with the smite fingers working as well. Samsung makes it a lot of games with it. Tearing up the members of the Afreeca Freecs, and it feels like they're getting whittled down. Super Creeps come in goes Spirit, there's the shockwave, but flashes everywhere, and no one is going to be hit by that ultimate. Ruler takes down the Jarvan. Ambition dives the backline and picks up more. You can see the Nexus turrets, they're getting shredded, and who cares about the Cogmore when the base is getting ripped apart? The ace comes in anyway, and Samsung Galaxy complete the reverse sweep and will once again meet KT for World Championship opportunities on both sides. The script couldn't have been...